Hello and hello everybody, my name is Lucy and welcome to Books and Brushes. So today I am doing a tag or a challenge that was really popular. I think it was summer or late last year, I don't remember. But when this one was going around and being really popular, I really wanted to do it. But if you remember from back then, if you were here, my books were all stacked up on the floor and I was sitting down. Yeah, do you remember that? Oh, that was the time. Because I'd moved into this house and I hadn't yet set up my shelves for like 6 months. But anyway, so I had this challenge I really wanted to do, but I knew I wouldn't be able to do it justice without my shelves being up. So I said when I got my shelves up, I'd do the challenge. I've had them up for a few months now and it's like, do you know what? I just really want to get that challenge done. I know everyone's done it already and it was months ago. It's not exactly current or relevant anymore, but who cares? It's a fun time and I really want to do it. And the good thing is, for all the people I watched doing it, I forgot all of the questions now. It'll be coming in nice and fresh. I haven't even mentioned what the challenge is, but you saw it in the title. It is the Do I Have That Other Book challenge. And the originals were done by keeping tabs and current chapter, I believe. Those are the two that I'm going to have in the description down below. Little Miss Late Lucy is getting right on this. So I did do the original Do You Have This Book scavenger hunt challenge or whatever it was called. So I'll have that linked to the end of this video if you want to go check out that video. It's a good year and a half old probably now, but it's still quite good. I went back and watched it recently and I forgot how much of an idiot I am. Actually really funny. And I really enjoyed doing that one so much. So there was no way I was going to miss out on this one. Doesn't matter how late I am, still doing it. So without me yabbering on for ages, let's get this chair out of the way and let's do this challenge. I'm really nervous. I haven't done a scavenger hunt S challenge for a while. My brain is running on fumes today. We're still gonna do it and it's gonna be fun. So let's get to it. Hello, I am standing. Hi. Yeah, this is the view you want to see, isn't it? Just full on lid. This is me on my knees. As I remember from doing this last year, I remember very well the knee pain. The knee pain was strong. Today, I'm going to try not to do that as much. I'm going to be jumping up and down. You may see my booty flying. I'm sorry. I know you don't get to see it often because I'm usually sitting down, but I do have legs. I'm procrastinating because I'm nervous. Can you tell? I have the list up. I have timer on my phone ready to go. Can you see that? Probably not, but it's there. Before these challenges, there's always that moment of just pure panic. I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna be an idiot. I'm gonna look stupid. And then you do it anyway. Let's do this, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Do you have a book with a fox on the cover or as part of the plot? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Shadow of the Fox. Do you have a book published the year you were born? No. Do you have a book with music as a weapon? Yes, I do. Do you have a book with mismatched covers? Series of mismatched covers. Jumping up. Probably not. That's not even like that. Hold on. I'm gonna count that. What else is there? Shapeshifter. A book with a shapeshifter? No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. I really don't think so. Am I just wasting time? I think I'm just wasting time. I'm just gonna say no and move on.
1 hour later.
Yeah, fuck that. Next one. Book signed by the author. Yes. Boom. Mostly red cover. Oh gosh. Here we go. Oh god, between 287 and 306 pages. I hate you. Okay. 287. No. That's made in my shelves. No. It's smaller than that one. I don't read small books. This is hard. Hold on. No. It's got to be like just 300 pages. That's fucking difficult for my son. Oh, hold on. Oh, how am I so close? Okay. How about this one? Oh, hold on. What's the lowest one? 287. Oh, come on. Come on. Here's one. Got it. Oh god. A book where the main character wears glasses. Who the fuck what? A book with the same amount of letters as your first name. Why are you at the bottom, you prick? Okay. A book where there's cybercrime or technology as part of the plot. Another language translated. Oh god, I don't have that book anymore. Oh shit. Oh no. This isn't good, people. This one? I don't know. Asian cover. Asian author. Let's grab that one, shall we? Moon on the cover. Is that some werewolf shit? I don't know. Who has a moon on the book? I don't think I have a book with a moon on it. That's some like paranormal romance shit, right? Oh shit. Does Requiem have a moon on the cover? Hold on. No, it does not, it does not. I think I'm gonna have to skip that one. I don't have any ideas. No, I'm gonna... Oh god, I'm out of breath, I'm so unfit. Okay, next one. Illustrated children's book. Oh, a lot of bunch here. Anyway, I'm gonna pick... I'll go with that one, shall we? What's the next one? Fairy Tales and Myths. Fantasy that has a light between different races. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. I'm just taking the jewellery pocket. Oh god, I'm out of breath. Do you have a book with an arrow? Does that count? That's pretty narrow, I'll take that. Oh gosh, I need to do some back and exercise, Jesus. Where am I? Do you have a book that includes the first chapter of the sequel? Well, most books do that. Let's take Delirium, that's probably got one. Yeah. So I realised my camera cut out somewhere between me running around like an absolute lunatic, because apparently that's the theme of all these videos. Every time I do one of these, that always happens and I can't see it because I'm busy being an idiot. It cut out somewhere after, I'm pretty sure you saw The Help because I remember it being in my viewfinder. Then I hastily picked Delirium for having the first chapter for the next book at the end of the book. I don't know if you saw that one. And then I hastily pulled out a book for a broken spine. I lobbed out The Hunger Games because I have so many books with broken spines. That one wasn't difficult to find. That was the end of that, and I paused it after 6 minutes and 18. Can you even see that? No, you cannot, but trust me, that's what it says. And then it's got a bonus question, but I didn't do that one, about the book having 3 or more prompts in this. I'd started to look for that, and that's when I realised my camera cut out. So let's get this chair out so that my knees don't completely die, and we'll tally up what I got. Oh my god, my shelves are decimated. That's going to be fun to tidy up. Before we go, shall I show you the floor, because the floor is a mess. Let me take you with me on my journey. This is a decision I'm gonna regret. Yep, it's everywhere. Even ones I didn't pick fell on the floor. This is what we got right here. That was a decision I regret. Man, I bet that footage is riveting. So let's go over all the questions, shall we? And see what I picked up. I'm gonna have to dig through these books and remember what I pulled out. This is also gonna be a memory test. Prompt number 1. A book with a fox on the cover or as part of the plot. Now immediately I knew I was gonna go for that one. How could I not think of one of my favourite books from last year, Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. Fox in the title. The main character is a kitsune who's half fox. Super foxy. There's no fox actually on the cover, but it did say as part of the plot, so that one definitely works. Prompt number 2 was, do you have a book published in the year you were born? And it also says, or within 3 years. I didn't even try. I don't own many classics, and the ones I do I'm pretty sure are not going to be from 1995 or 3-year span of. I guess I could double check. If I'm wrong, here is me being a twat. Do you see it? Am I a twat? Only you know. There might be some I have, but there's no way I know the answer to when they were published, and I didn't have the time to work it out, so I'm gonna get a full-on mix for that one. Wasn't even gonna attempt it. Problem number 3 was, do you have a book with music as a weapon or magic? Immediately, this could only point to one thing, right? Where are you on the floor? This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. Pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious.
To me, one of the main characters has a violin and they can suck the souls out of people when he plays it. It's a weapon, it's magic, it's all music-y. Definitely fits for that one. Problem number 4, do you have a series with mismatched covers? The 2 books I pulled out, Legend and Prodigy by Mary Lou. Legend is this first edition I ever had of this, and as you can tell, it's pretty gross, it's pretty yuck, we don't like it. I ended up replacing it with the one that fit this series. Hold on, let me get the rest so this makes sense. So these are the different editions of the same book. This is the one I repurchased. I just bought this one because it's way better, and that way the 3 books match. And that first one, who are you? Just know, goodbye. I yeeted that. I should be sorry about that. The book landed fully diagonally on the floor. I should feel guilty about that one, but oopsie. So I would count that as mismatched covers in a series, even though I do have the full covers that do match. Originally, I had the one that didn't match. I'm counting it and you can't tell me otherwise. And if we're being honest, I don't have many other books that have mismatched covers because I purposely don't like doing that, which is why I repurchased these. I guess I also do have that with the Harry Potter books. At the time, Merrily was the one I thought of. Question 5 was a book with a shapeshifter in. Now, for the life of me, cannot think of a book I have where there's a shapeshifter in it. Still can't think of one. Don't know if I have one. I don't think I do. I really can't think of any, which makes me want a book that has a shapeshifter. If you have any books that have shapeshifters in, let me know, because apparently this is a thing that I don't think I have. Although I guess I could have pulled Shadow of the Fox. There is a little bit of shapeshiftery in maybe the 3rd book I could have done, Night of the Dragon. There is a kind of shapeshiftery element, maybe? I don't know. It depends how fast I loose you up with these rules. What counts as a shapeshifter? I'm unsure. Question 6 was, do you have a book signed by the author? I immediately went for Requiem. One of the few books that I have signed by the author. I always show this one, so that was an immediate pick for me. Question 7, do you have a book with mostly red? I have a whole bunch. It was just literally the first one that I could find. I immediately grabbed I Am Not a Number, which is pretty darn full over red. That definitely counts. Now question 8, you sneaky bastard. If you watched my original Do You Have That Book challenge, this was the one that killed me. So when I saw this question, I was like, oh no, flashback memories. And it's between the pages 287 and 307. 306, sorry. So specific. And I eventually found, oh fuck, I don't remember which one I pulled out. Oh dear, no way. It must have been Tunnel of Bones. I didn't pull this out for anything else. I think that's what it was. Let's check the page count. Yeah, literally, it has 287 pages. Just slip it in there in the wire. Bloody hell, I always hate those ones. So difficult to find, but I got it. And it didn't take me too long. I managed to get lucky. Compared to last time, in which case I remember being very unlucky. Question 9 was, can you think of a character where the main character wears glasses? Now this one, I was like, I don't think I can remember it. Main character that wears glasses, and then immediately my brain went, think about it. Lucy, think about it. Fucking Harry Potter. So I picked the Deathly Hallows because that was the one available to me on the top of the stack. I can't think of any other characters that have glasses. I didn't think that was a thing that was that rare, but I can't think of many others. I'm glad Harry Potter was there. Question 10 was a fun one. It was a book with the same amount of letters in the title as your name. So I'm Lucy with 4 letters, and I immediately thought, gone. 4 letters. I don't know why that immediately came to me, just 4 letters it did. It was on the bottom of the stack. So I had to struggle with that one. I don't know if you could see, yeah, you might have been able to see the decimation that is this. You can only just see it. I had to get right to the bottom of the stack to find this bastard. I knew what I wanted, but getting it was the issue. I got it in the end, there it is. Sometimes it's less a matter of thinking of the book and actually obtaining it. Question 11 was a book with cybercrime or technology is an important part of the plot. Again, what the definition of cybercrime is could be up to interpretation. In my panic-fueled state, I picked Warcross, which I haven't actually read yet, but I'm pretty sure that there's someone that goes into this game, in this show, to find a criminal, and there's a definite hacker element. That sounds like cybercrime to me. I've literally just read the synopsis and it says put on my glasses, so that answers that question from before. It says player, hunter, hacker, pawn. There's some cybercrime going on in this, and that's what the main character is tackling or even is a part of. So even though I haven't read it, I'm pretty sure that that's right. Question 12 was a book written in a different language that's been translated. Now I immediately thought of Librarian of Auschwitz, but I don't have it because that book was never mine in the first place. It was a book that was lent to me by my mum-in-law. So I went to go grab it only to realise, oh yeah, I don't have it anymore because I gave it back. And I can't think of any others really that are a translated work. In my utter panic, I picked up Frankenstein by Mary Shelley because I'm like, is this German or something? I don't know, this could have been written in another language. Pretty sure it wasn't, but it's been written in Old English. Is that another language? Yeah, it was a reach. I don't think I'm even going to count it. I'm pretty sure this was written in English, so it was just because I had nothing else to go on. I literally would have picked up the Librarian of Auschwitz if I still had it, so I feel like I got a bit cheated with that one. Let me know in the comments, do you think I should give myself the point anyway? Because I did have a book I immediately knew I went to go grab and then it wasn't there. That's a bummer because I would have nailed that question otherwise. Question 13 was a book written by an Asian author. I literally have quite a few of those, so it was the first one I found and grabbed, and that just so happened to be Harley in the Sky by Kimi Dawn Bowman. I have another Kimi Dawn Bowman. I had loads of Mary Lou, Julie Kagawa, Elizabeth Lim. There was a bunch that I would have picked, but this was just literally the first one my fingers touched, so it's the one I've got. Question 14 was a fun and hard one. It was a book with a moon on the cover. I don't think I picked anything out for that. I couldn't think of one. Now that the game's over and I'm thinking about it properly, there's a couple of ideas, but still nothing obvious. The few things I came up with, when I was looking at my decimated shelves, I noticed that all the spines of my Nevermore series all have little moons on them. I've never even noticed that before, so that intrigues me, although none of the actual covers have moons on them, so it's just the spine. I don't think that counts either because it does say on the cover. I looked at a bunch of other covers that take place at night or are outside and tried to find something that would have a moon on it. Not really much came to mind, but then I remembered. So it's very small and insignificant, but there is a moon on Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I should have remembered this because this cover is super iconic in my brain. Obviously Lupin, the werewolf. I mean, I don't really have any other books that have werewolves in. It should have come to mind, but I wasn't thinking that specifically. I was trying to think of something, but it just didn't come to mind. So I'm not counting it, but I'm just saying this is something I have thought of. If there are any other books with moons on the covers that I own, I will also put them here. But it's annoying because now I've thought of it, but I can't add it in the list because I didn't think of it in the time. I don't count. Question 15 was an illustrated children's book. I pulled down my stack from the top of my bookshelves and picked The Magic Bicycle. This is a book I don't even know if I've shown you guys before. This is literally something that my dad and my mum used to read to me before bed. Constantly, me and my sister would always ask for The Magic Bicycle. It's something really weird when I re-look back over it because I have such distinct memories of this book. It's a really skinny, just little children's book about a boy who basically flies around the world on this bicycle because it's been enchanted by this horrible witch. And just to show you, illustrations. It's mostly illustration, very few words. And it's this little kid just traveling around the world on this bicycle that won't stop. Just like that timer wouldn't. The next one was a book of myths or fairy tales, or a collection of myths and fairy tales, and I was originally gonna go with The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo because this one was the first one that popped into my brain. Whenever I think of a book collection of short stories, myths, this is what comes to my brain. I know that these are fictional, but then again, aren't all myths fictional in a way, so it doesn't matter that this is set in another world. It still kind of counts. Just like if I owned the Tales of Beedle the Bard, that would also count. But since I was literally holding that stack of children's books and I had this literally in my hand at the time, it shaved off those precious seconds, so I instantly went with My Treasury of Fairy Tales, which I don't even know if you've even read this book in years. It's Rapunzel, Red Riding Hood, your classic fairy tales. This would have also worked for a children's illustration book, to be fair. That was just too easy not to grab at the time. Question 17 was an interesting one. That was a sci-fi or fantasy with an alliance between races. Now, I struggled to think a little bit for this one. My brain was trying to filter through all the fantasy books I've read and the sci-fis and race alliances, and I couldn't really think of much, although I probably should have gone with like Star Wars now I think about it. Yeah, I probably should, but I didn't think of that. But I have recently read the first two books in the Mistborn trilogy. I'm thinking of the second one. I'm pretty sure you could count some of the characters in this as different races. I don't know whether you count the Mistborns and the Misting as a different race to human because they have powers, but even if you don't, you've still got the Terraceman, which is a part of the crew, so that definitely counts because he's definitely of a different race. And you've got the Kandra and the Koloss. There's definitely enough races that are very different, and there is tentative alliances between these. Whichever way you slice it, I'm pretty sure this one counts. I'll grab the second book as my actual answer because there is the Koloss army in this one, so that just makes sense. Question 18, I'm realizing I fucked it up. So the actual question is a book with a narrow front cover, in brackets, a paperback where the front cover is trimmed slightly shorter and narrower than the rest of the pages. Now, I didn't read those brackets, so my bad. I thought it was asking for a literal narrow book, so I picked one that is quite dinky and small. So I don't think that counts. It's annoying though because that's what the question was before the bracket, so I feel like I kind of earned it. Even so, this isn't the most narrow book in the world. I didn't feel great about it at the time, and now I know why. That's a hard question because I'm from the UK and we don't really have books that do that here. I remember when I went to America and I was in Barnes & Noble and there was a lot of books with these weird sliced off bits of the front cover, so I know what this is talking about. We don't have those. We don't do those in the UK. I think they're really weird. Like, why? What is the point of them? Can anyone please explain why you trim off that front bit of the cover? It doesn't make any sense to me, and they're pretty ugly and annoying. They're even more tempted to flap open than a usual paperback front cover would. I don't even like those, and we don't have them in this country, so I was never going to be able to complete that question. That and the fact I misread the question completely, we were wrong in just every area. Question 19 was, do you have a book that includes the first chapter of the next book? I'm pretty sure most books do that, or most books in a series do that. I picked Delirium, so I'm pretty sure that did it, and I checked. And yes, it does have the first few pages of Pandemonium in the back, so that definitely counts. And question 20, a book with a broken spine. Again, I have a lot of books with a lot of broken spines, so that one wasn't too difficult either. And the first one that my fingers found was The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins and Broken Spines. That one definitely, I think you can even see it with the lights that it's got like a couple of real broken in parts. So yeah, that one definitely counts. And like I said, that one I could have picked up a myriad of books, but that's the one my hands found. And that is all 20 questions. Now the bonus question is a book that covers 3 or more of the prompt in the same book. Let's go through the ones I picked and see if we can find one that has all 3. I'm pretty sure we can. This stack is interesting. Let me try and pick it up just for your amusement. This is going to be thumbnail quality, I can just tell. Oh god. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, that one about as well as I expected. Oh man, they're everywhere. Well, they're now totally out of order, but who gives a flying fadoodle? Wow, that's a lot that went on the floor too. I didn't even pick up half of them, I don't think. Try this one more time, shall we? Ta-da! Ignore the hair, there's no way I can fix that. Just done a bunch of thumbnails and that made this stack even more unstable, if that was possible. More unstable than my mental state. These two children's books really don't help the balance. Can I put them down safely? My guess is no. Let's get rid of you two. You two are troublesome. Book which has all 3 prompts in one. So I've had a look, and the first one that comes to mind is The Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. Oh my god, that actually was the first question. I knew which book I was going for. This book serves me in all of the ways. So this book I picked for the Fox prompt, so it fits 1 prompt. It also is by an Asian author, which was another prompt, and it also has a correct spine, which was another prompt. It probably fits a bunch more prompts than that, to be honest. You could put it in the shapeshifter category, different races category, magic as a weapon. I'm sure there was some sort of influence to that at some point in the book. This 100% fits more than 3 of the prompts, so that's great. There's probably others, but I can't be asked to check which other ones do. And that is the end of Do I Have That Other Book tag, challenge, whatever it's called. My brain is down to 0 brain cells now. My shelves have been absolutely trashed. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was fun to watch. When you film these, you never know if it's going to look entertaining. Are you just seeing a really unattractive back image of my butt while I stand there in silence? It's a difficult one to know if it's going to be entertaining once it's all edited. I hope it turns out okay. And if you did this challenge last year when it was actually out, let me know and I will go back and rewatch those, or watch them for the first time if I haven't seen them. I won't tag anyone because, like I said, this thing has been and gone. I'm pretty sure that some of my besties on BookTube have done this challenge already. I'm pretty sure Kaz has done it, pretty sure Connor's done it. You can go check out their versions, which they did whenever this was popular. But I hope you had fun messing around with me, having a fun time. If you like this video, press the like button. If you want me to do more silly fun challenges, let me know. If there's a specific challenge you know of that you want me to do, let me know of that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments. I think question of the day is going to be, do you know a book with a shapeshifter or a book with a moon on the cover? I think that's interesting. Those are the ones that I struggled with, and I think those ones are quite interesting. So let me know down in the comments any books that come to mind for those 2 prompts. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.